Hello and welcome back to my channel for another Doctor Who product review. Today I'm going to be looking at the Third Doctor and TARDIS from the new B&M interim range, which has just been released this month, and it's a very nice set overall. Definitely a great chance to pick up a Third Doctor TARDIS if you missed out on the extremely popular first release back in summer of 2018, which was the first classic TARDIS released in years, and now we've had about 5 of them, I think, with B&M over the course of the past couple of years, which is mad to think we've got so many. So the box is the same design as other recent releases in this range, that now familiar sort of dark TARDIS blue and silver colour scheme. There are a few images of the product on the box too, and a blurb about the episode, and if you want to read that, just pause the video right now. The box insert depicts the caves of Peladon as seen in the story, with a couple of nice little Easter eggs for fans of the Third Doctor's era. So first things first, the TARDIS. Now this out of the box is really nice actually. I wasn't too sure about it to start with. I wasn't sure if it was going to be different enough to the previous Third Doctor TARDIS release, and if I was going to kind of think, oh well, you know, it's just another Third Doctor's TARDIS. But actually, I think the new base in particular really sets it off, and I'll be talking about that a bit later on. But I will just say as well that it's not an exact match to how the TARDIS appeared in the Monster of Peladon. That's nothing new for these sets. They're all a bit of a compromise, you know, these TARDISes, and there are inevitably some inaccuracies on them. Though there are some things that I think they could have sorted out, like the Please Public Call box signage on the top. The font is wrong, you know, it's the new series font rather than the classic series font. I believe they did remedy this for the previous 2 TARDIS sets released, so quite why it's gone back to this font now, I'm not entirely sure, but that is a bit of a shame. It's also slightly odd how this TARDIS, which is meant to be from the Season 11 story, The Monster of Peladon, and the TARDIS released this time last year from the Season 12 story, Robot, are quite such markedly different colours to one another, given that those 2 stories are only a couple of stories apart. Putting that aside, it's not a bad approximation of a general 70s TARDIS at all, even if there are a few little inaccuracies or some inconsistencies between this TARDIS and other ones released. In terms of the colour, it's very, very similar to the previous Third Doctor TARDIS, in fact practically identical really, that kind of very bright, quite plasticky blue colour and weathered grey wash over the top. In terms of the differences, as I say, there's the signage, which, apart from being wrong, which the original Third Doctor TARDIS signage was as well, it's that sort of inverted style with the lighter background and dark text, as opposed to dark background and white text on top of that. But most prominently, the base is a different sculpt. It's the base that was created for the Shada and Caves Androzani TARDISes released last year, which is slightly smaller and apparently more accurate to how the TARDIS appeared in these 70s and 80s stories, so it did vary over time I think. And the base is blue this time rather than black as it was on the first Third Doctor TARDIS. Now this is the first time that a standard 70s TARDIS has been released with this more correct base. As I say, there was the Shada TARDIS, but that was a bit of an anomaly because it came with the new lamp sculpt, which is different and a kind of one-off thing, and also a black base. So this is the first 70s TARDIS to both have the newly sculpted base and to be all blue in colour. Moving on to the Third Doctor figure now, and yeah, given how many outfits this incarnation wore, given how much of a kind of fashion icon he was, I think it's no surprise that we're continuing to get new variants of him released. This one has 3 main colours used, so a dark green for the jacket and the piping on the shirt frills and cuffs, a lighter green for the shirt itself, and a sort of grey-brown sort of colour for the trousers and lapels. The first time, I think, that a Third Doctor figure has had lapels that are a different colour to the rest of the jacket. In addition to this, the bow tie is picked out in a nice black and the shoes in a slightly more navy grey. I think overall this is a very nice figure, a great new variant of the Third Doctor and very different to what we've had before, so it's definitely worth picking this one up if you're a fan of this era. Even if, like me, you've already got quite a few Third Doctor figures. So overall, this is a very nice new set. As I say, I was a little bit hesitant at first as to whether I was going to pick this up or not, but I'm definitely pleased that I didn't have no regrets really. I think the TARDIS in particular looks really nice. I'm surprised by how much I like it. I was sort of more attracted to the Third Doctor figure at first. That was, to be honest, what I was looking forward to getting the most. But the TARDIS is great, and the new base really does set it off. It's definitely an improvement over the previous Third Doctor TARDIS released in the line. I'd definitely pick this set up if you missed out on the previous Time Monster Third Doctor and TARDIS set back in 2018. And if you did pick that one up, maybe give this a miss. It's not an essential one to have, but it is nice to have if you're a bit of a completist like me. I really hope you've enjoyed this review. Do let me know in the comments section if it's kind of persuaded you to buy this TARDIS or not, or if you've got this TARDIS set yourself and what you think of it. Please do subscribe if you're new so you don't miss out on future Doctor Who videos on my channel. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and goodbye for now.